What's going on, guys? Eric Allen, owner of Top Rated MMA. Hey, for this show, I got to talk to Ashlee Evans-Smith. We talked MMA, we talked music, and hey, the Distillers, you guys are playing this weekend in Santa Ana. Ashlee's a huge fan. Get a hold of her. She needs to get to that show. Check out this show right now. Thanks very much. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking time out of your super busy schedule to jump on a quick call with me. I appreciate it.
Okay.
You coming off the win from Beck Rollins just a few weeks back. How you feeling?
I feel good. I just recently got back into training only because I kind of jammed my finger and then my foot was a little bruised from kicking a lot in the fight. But, you know, I feel ready to get right back into camp, and I'm hoping that the next few cards aren't booked up because I really just want to take another one right away, you know, given enough time to train for whatever opponent they give me. But, yeah, I feel great. I just want to get right back into camp and keep the streak going.
Yeah. Also, I was going to ask if you wanted to take a break or jump right back in the cage, so it sounds like you want to get back in there. Anyone that you want to fight specifically, or just kind of up for anyone?
I mean, at this point, the person I wanted to fight is already booked, and
okay.
You know, I know that I just got into the flyweight division, but I was ranked to the top 15. I was ranked number 11 in the bantamweight division at one point, so I feel like a top 10 opponent would be not super crazy to ask for, but
right.
but if they give me somebody who's not in the top 10 or 15, I would understand too, because everybody's got to earn their way. So I want a top 10 opponent, but at the same time, I'll kind of, you know, earn my stripes in the division if I have to.
Sure, absolutely. And then I always love to ask this question, but what got you started in MMA? Like, made you decide, yeah, I want to go and do that as a career and go punch people and get into MMA?
I just fell in love with wrestling as a high schooler. Wrestled on a boys' team, wrestled on a women's team in college, and then I just happened to meet Eugene Jackson, who's an older fighter, and he was opening an MMA gym, and I was a little lost at the time. I just graduated college, and I wasn't sure where to go with my college wrestling experience and my degree in journalism, but, you know, it was during the recession, and I just happened to start training MMA back when women weren't in the UFC, and no one was really making that much money, but it was definitely growing at the time.
Right.
And I just fell in love with it when I started, and I got really lucky that around the time that I was thinking about going pro is the time that the UFC inducted women into the organization. So I'm just very happy that I fell in love with something that became a lucrative vocation for me, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you won the women's tournament back over in Florida a while back, right? Right before you jumped in the UFC. That was a great fight back then too.
Yeah, that was at 145 actually,
okay.
And that was in Miami, and I actually went to World Series for one fight with them before the UFC called me on short notice. But yeah.
Gotcha. Well, hey, how did you get the nickname Rebel Girl?
The name comes from the tattoo on my head.
Right.
And the tattoo comes from a punk rock song from a band called Bikini Kill, and you know, I love punk rock and I love the band, and then the song was very was fitting as far as personality wise, and I got the tattoo, and then a couple people were just like, oh, that's a great nickname for you. I'm like, well, that's not my nickname, and they're like, what is now? And I'm like, oh, okay, fine.
That's
whatever,
awesome.
I'll go with it.
Right. Oh, that's awesome. And then I'll just have a couple rapid fire questions, if that's all right. Do you have a favorite band or musician that I mean, obviously you love punk. I'm a big music fan myself, but do you have a favorite band that you love to listen to?
I always say, like, it's kind of like a mix of, like, the Misfits, Rancid, and probably the Distillers.
Yeah.
Those are, like, the top three. I couldn't pick one, but those bands were bands I grew up and kind of molded me into the person that I am, because I'm a firm believer that music can you know, change a person and grow a person, develop a person just as much as a sport or Parents or Life Can. So those bands were my kind of like my roots, and I guess they'll always be my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a music lover of all music, not just punk. And sometimes you'll hear me listen to even country music, and you're like, I thought you were Miss Punk Rock, and I'm like, yeah, well, I have a very eclectic taste.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I used to work in the music business for Universal Music back in the day, and got to see the Distillers live, and I've seen Rancid live. Man, they're two amazing live shows for sure.
Yeah, I actually got to see the Misfits, the original Misfits in Las Vegas, actually, when they toured, which was amazing. I didn't think I would get to see in my lifetime. And then I've seen Rancid countless times in San Francisco, but I've never seen the Distillers, and they're actually playing this weekend right down the street in my hometown, but I can't get tickets because they sold out like months ago, and I'm just like,
oh no,
I would sell my left arm if I could get into the show. I'm so bummed. And Brody actually commented on one of my pictures, and I was like, fangirling out,
Right, yeah, totally. That's awesome. Do you have DC or Stipe winning?
DC. I'm going with DC.
DC. And then, do you have a favorite movie that you like to watch?
Favorite movie? Not a favorite movie. There's so many good ones,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I really like horror movies a lot.
Okay. Nice.
I mean, I could go into like different types of horror movies that I like, but probably anything by Rob Zombie.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of classics. I've seen so many horror movies, from Born to B-rated to so.
That's awesome. Rob Zombie does an awesome job. I've seen Rob Zombie and White Zombie 4 times in my career, and it's been awesome to see those guys live.
Yeah, they're actually Rob's on tour with Marilyn Manson right now, and I'm trying to go to that.
That'd be a great show.
Mm-hmm.
I've just seen Marilyn Manson one time, and it was I think at Ozfest back long time ago. But yeah, that's awesome. Last question: do you have Nunes or Pennington?
That one's a hard one because I mean, obviously, if you know my background, I fought Pennington, so I can attest to her skill and strength, personally. But that was quite a while ago, back in like December 2014 or something like that. It was when I first got the call, and she's grown and changed as a fighter. So, and then Amanda's obviously the champ, but I'm gonna go with Raquel, honestly.
Sure.
And it's just a hard one though, because I think that Amanda is a great champion and a great person. And that's one of the fights where I'm like, oh, may the best, totally. May the best fighter win.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Ashlee, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to jump on my show real quick. If wanted to also give you an opportunity, if you wanted to give any shout outs to coaches or sponsors or anything like that, you can do that as well.
Yeah, I really, really am so grateful for the people that have been in this camp with me. It was a weird camp. I didn't have a home gym. I did a lot of one-on-one work with my boxing coach, Chewy Gutierrez, at Raw Town Boxing. I was still at my Muay Thai gym, Classic Fight Team, and I got to work with Tyler Wombles a little bit. But my coach was actually Mario Navarro, who's my boyfriend, kind of weird, but Muay Thai black belt, amazing Muay Thai fighter. He cornered me in this fight, and I definitely couldn't have done without him. And then my best friend, Carla, she cornered me, and I don't know, a lot of people were kind of making comments on that. And realistically, her wrestling her corner didn't like really come in handy because it didn't go to the ground much, but just to have your best friend in your corner, it's not even about what she says, it's just the fact that she was there. And
right.
So that was amazing. And my strength and conditioning coach, John Walker at Motivate Performance Center, I wouldn't have been able to feel amazing at flyweight without him. Everything we did leading up to it was perfect. We peaked at the right time and made sure I didn't kill my legs to prepare for the cut and everything. So all those people, and obviously I have sponsors and stuff, MRM. I'm probably going to forget a whole bunch right now. But
sure.
Yeah, just a lot of people that are really amazing.
Awesome. Well, again, Ashlee, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Have an awesome day. Looking forward to seeing you back in the cage soon.
Thank you. And can I just say, if you guys want social media, it's just Ashlee MMA across the board, everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. And if you guys go on YouTube, look up my channel. It is under Ashlee Evans Smith MMA.
Yeah, absolutely. And I forgot to ask, how's the show going?
It's going really well. I had to put it down for like a month and a half because of training camp, but I've got a couple people lined up, and I'm just going to jump right back into it.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. I'll put all the links too so people can get a hold of you, follow your channel, subscribe to it, all that stuff for you too.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for watching the show today. Really appreciate it. Please subscribe to our channel, follow, like us on social media, and check out our website. Appreciate all the support.